Hey everybody and welcome back to BK's Bullets. Today we're going to be doing an overview of DCeased Dead Planet. Hey everybody and welcome back to BK's Bullets. Before we get on with this overview, I'd like to do one thing. Please subscribe. Helps me out, helps the channel grow, lets you know when I drop new videos. Hit that bell if you want an instant notification. Now, DCeased Dead Planet. What is it? This is a sequel to the wonderful DCeased by Tom Taylor and Trevor Hairsine, and inks by Stefano Guardiano and Dan Barreto, I think, was doing the colors. So, this is a sequel. What's different about it? Really, the only thing that's different is you have covers by David Finch instead of the Francesco Martinez zombie covers, which he did here, and then he also did variants of the zombies here in DCeased Unkillables. Now, I do have an overview of all three of these on the channel. I just did a video on the Unkillables overview. I recommend you read Unkillables because there are events that happen here in Dead Planet. Obviously, if you haven't read the original DCeased, don't read this until you've read the first one. But with that, here we go. What's cool about this is that this is a continuation. This is not well, it's kind of an Elseworld, even though it's not branded as one. It's not a Black Label book. It really should be. I think the original DCeased came out prior to the Black Label imprint. But it's a nice little mini-series that takes place in its own continuity, which is kind of an offshoot of the New 52, because you have Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent here as our heroes. Yes, I told you that this is Damian Wayne and that's Jonathan Kent. If you've read the original DCeased, you would know that their parents, their dads, are kind of off the table for good reason. So this is, a zombie invasion of the DC universe, just to put it in really simple terms. If you're steeped in DC lore, I can tell you that the anti-life equation has been set loose upon the world, and that's what these people are. They're not really zombies, they're just people infected with the anti-life equation or virus. So just like the first one, you get like this red end pages, and then get right into it. So this has 7 issues in here, just like the first one. This is a little bit thinner than the first one. There was like a one-shot that happened in the original DCeased that was collected in here. There's no one-shots, it's just the original miniseries. So this one has covers by David Finch, who doesn't do any interior art, but what's nice is that Trevor Hairsine, who did the interior art for the original book, returns here to do all of this. And he does every issue, every single page. It's phenomenal if you like his art style. I do like his art. It's got a rough kind of look to it. It's not overly detailed, but it's got enough to communicate what's there, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the consistency as well. It's something you don't see a whole lot in comics these days, is consistency throughout an arc. It's kind of a rare thing. So anyways, this picks up right after the end of DCeased, where our heroes have put all of humanity in an arc, and they've left Earth. They're going to find a different place to live. And so in Dead Planet, you have people like Wonder Girl, who's taken over as Wonder Woman. You have Dinah Lance, who's now Green Lantern. That's a whole thing in the original book. So you have movement. You have characters taking over different characters' legacy. Green Arrow's still alive, and so the survivors of the Earth, of the Dead Planet, are out looking for another place to live until they get a call, basically, that tells them that Cyborg is still alive on Earth, and he thinks he's found a way, spoilers, a way to save everybody. So our heroes go back to Earth, and that's where you have this battle with Wonder Woman, who's like the worst zombie ever on this entire planet. That's who you want to fear, is this anti-life infected Amazon. So here's Dinah Lance, Black Canary, or Green Canary as she is, with Jonathan Kent, Superman. That's his uniform here in this Dead Planet world. So this sometimes goes back and forth. You have John Constantine appearing. Here's Red Hood. You would know where he comes from if you read Unkillables. And you know, and a whole lot of this book takes place within Ivy's refuge in the middle of Gotham City. There's a trip with Cyborg trying to figure out. There's a bunch of villains holed up over here. I think this is in Australia, and the magic guys are trying to get in there and stop what they're doing, because they're going to blow up the planet and kill all these people at the same time as they are trying to find the cure. Here's Penguin, Etrigan. It's a really Amazos playing a big part in this. You got Kid Flash or Flash in here. So again, you have all these younger characters of the DC universe taking up the mantles of the older generation, because the older generation is infected with anti-life. You got the new gods taking part in this, because they're, you know, the anti-life equation is kind of their fault, their problem. Darkseid's been looking for it this whole time. You got, oh man, the Mobius chair. I forgot how much happens in this book. There's Darkseid. This is obviously the cover to the hardcover here. That was Dead Planet number 5. You got Dr. Fate, Swamp Thing. Like, really, you got the, not Baba Yaga, but Nanda Parbat and Dead Man taking place. Weird Things with Mary Marvel. A whole lot of stuff in here. This is like, you know, and a battle with Trigon, believe it or not. There's a whole lot of things that take place in this book to get the Earth back to normal. Do they ultimately succeed? Well, you will have to read that to find out. I'll try not to spoil this one like I did the first one. So yeah, Francesco Martinez doing the variant covers here. So you got the new heroes and their zombified versions. So a little bit different. I don't know why they're variants. They were the main covers on the original series, and they're wonderful. Unfortunately, now they're all kind of smaller instead of like blown up as they were in the first one. And then they're doing the same thing that they did with the original series with the movie covers. There's Blade Runner. Not quite sure what this one is. This one's V for Vendetta, that's for sure. Birds of Prey, Shazam, obviously. Wonder Woman. I don't know what that's referencing. Can't remember off the top of my head. And they don't tell you either, unfortunately. Here's some pencils, some cover inks by David Finch, and a couple of designs from Trevor Hairsine. So, yeah, that's this hardcover. This retails for $30, $29.99 in the US, and $40 in Canada. I really like this. I really like this series. I don't know if they're going to do any more. It seems like the story was wrapped up here with Dead Planet, but they look really nice on the shelf. I mean, look at that. Perfect. Perfectly lined up. So, really excited to reread Unkillables and reread Dead Planet here. I reread DCeased at the beginning of the pandemic, so I got a review and an overview of that on the channel. Got an overview of the Unkillables book here on the channel, and you're watching the overview of Dead Planet. So go check all of those out if you want to look inside those books. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of DCeased. Did you like Dead Planet better than you liked the original? I think it's hard to tell, but I haven't reread it yet, so I will let you know what I think in my review video later on down the line. Let me know what you guys think of DCeased down below in the comments. I love talking to you guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, we will see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.